Episode 22, 2009.
This game in 2009 saw me shift from a very casual Warhammer 40k fan who just played Dawn of War into me actually getting into the tabletop game and painting miniatures. Although the earlier Dawn of War games were arguably more enjoyable games, they were very tactical, very army based, and they were RTSs. And I'd played RTSs before, not saying I didn't enjoy them, but I definitely did. But Dawn of War 2 introduced a hero mechanic that took it to the next level. Other strategy games had hero units before, but this was more of an RPG style, and it really highlighted some basic aspects of what hero units could be like in the tabletop. This excited me for some of the aspects of the game itself, but I wasn't quite sold. I was kind of on the fence. And after my 21st birthday, I came into some inheritance. With that inheritance, I had decided, apart from spending $400 on alcohol for my 21st birthday party, which was, it went off pretty hard. But apart from that, I decided to buy myself at the time, Warhammer 40k starter box set, which was the Assault on Blackreach set. Now, I had a great interest in the game, but I wasn't very artistically minded. Didn't think I had any artistic skills. So my original plan was to get my tattooist friend, who was obviously very artistic, to paint my army for me. Fun little tidbit, he also did my first tattoo, which is, funnily enough, also Warhammer 40k themed. Just ignore the little psoriasis patch down the bottom. He was, working a job as a tattoo artist, so him having the available time was pretty rare and far between. So I decided I'd pick up a paintbrush, get some basic paints, and just give it a go. The following images contain not even half of the armies that I own, as well as about double this for the amount of miniatures I painted for my friend. Needless to say, I got a little into painting miniatures. Warhammer 40k became the fourth to what was originally the trifecta of Star Trek, Star Wars, Aliens vs. Predator. It became the fourth and turned that into a quartet. It's one of the core franchises that I love, even though the company that's in charge of it has really done a number on its fan base and has done some really, really shitty things as of late. I don't blame the game, the lore, the figures for that. Warhammer was actually a great inspiration for my virtual character and the persona that I don't delve too deep into, but had a whole concept, and so this guy came about. I really should talk about the game now, shouldn't I? Dawn of War 2 is a RTS RPG, sort of. Based on the chapter that was created for the Dawn of War series, the Blood Ravens. Basically, you play as a unnamed, unspeaking commander who leads a select group of other heroes, Sergeant Tarkus, Sergeant Avitus, Sergeant Thaddeus, Sergeant Cyrus, initially against the Orc Horde who are attacking your planet. Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't played the game. Eventually, you find out that the Eldar are the ones who have guided the Orcs to these planets, and then you find out that the Eldar have guided the Orcs to these planets because the Tyranids are coming. It's a fun little apocalyptic story. Okay, let's get to the story, starting with fun factor. I'm going to give this 7. It was fun, it was interesting, the story was really good. The cover mechanics, the RPG mechanics were really good, but at the end of the day, I was expecting an RTS, and there is very little of a traditional RTS in this, and that did quite disappoint me. Graphics. Now, I'm going to be a little bit unfair with this one because the machine that I was using for the first year and a bit that I was playing this game may not have been able to reach the best fidelity for the graphics. So when I was playing, the textures, especially on the armor of the Space Marines, looked really shit and dodgily done. But this, again, could have been because of the machine I was using in the past. Because looking at it now with a more modern computer, they look much better. So whether that was a graphical upgrade in a patch or whether it was a shit machine, done. And finally, replayability. I'm gonna tank this score down to a 4. Because there's only a certain amount of times you can beat this campaign without losing all interest in it. Now, I will go back every few years just for some nostalgia, but I can't really enjoy playing the same campaign through again. Now, the expansion pack that came after this is a different story because there are multiple alternate endings. But for this one, yeah, no. This game was not perfect. It wasn't even amazing. It was good, don't get me wrong, but there were definitely some flaws in it. The main reason this game is the one I chose for this year is because the story and the lore behind it is what kicked off my passion for Warhammer 40k. This may not be a great game, but it was a great gateway drug. And yes, I understand that crack is a cheaper habit than Warhammer 40k. Now it's time for the honorable mentions of 2009, the last ones for this decade, starting with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Dragon Age Origins, and Halo 3 ODST. Well, that does it for this episode. Out with one decade and the start of a new one. I'm catching up to current times. We are getting there. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for coming along with me on this journey, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye!